What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, massive price predictions and more. So hit that subscribe, hit that like. Altcoin Daily says $6 Cardano ADA is my realistic target for Q1 2025, but anything can happen. Is the figure too low? Is it too high? We've been talking about a $5 to $7 price prediction for many months now, but again, I think there's massive upside potential. And I like that he ended with anything can happen. It could go to double digits. And speaking of double digits, DustyBC Crypto says Cardano ADA is one of the coins I'm most bullish on this bull market. I think $10 baseline. Whenever I say $15 or $20 Cardano, there's always a lot of opposition. But it's also about the relative performance to Bitcoin. So often we price in fiat terms, dollars, right? $5 ADA, $7 ADA, but we forget about its correlation to BTC. So he has a chart here and he did a fantastic job explaining it in this recap. We have the 2018 cycle, 2021 cycle, and even though we're at 1.1 give or take, still look at the massive delta to get back up to BTC terms, right? The price in Bitcoin against Bitcoin. So when you consider that, right, multiple X's to get up to the price of Bitcoin, but also Bitcoin still has more upside potential in this cycle. It's not over yet. So as Bitcoin goes higher, again, we have massive upside potential. With Bitcoin going to 150, 200, 250, we could be looking at anywhere from like a 6x to 10x, in that range, potentially more to catch up to the previous highs of matching Bitcoin. So it's not just about dollars, right? It's not just about USD. It's also about the relative performance to Bitcoin. So I really enjoyed this clip by DustyBC Crypto. Even though he gets hate, love him or hate him, it's pretty logical. It's pretty objective. And it gives a lot of sense as to why people are giving these big predictions. Don't just look at dollars. Also look at it priced against BTC. Cardano blue chip premier meme coin SNEK surpasses 126 million ADA in DEX trade volume, just DEX, in the last 30 days. Now imagine, guys, tier 1 exchanges around the corner. I'm talking Binance, I'm talking Kraken, maybe crypto.com, maybe throw Coinbase or something in there. Big potential, big culture. We'll take a look at more meme coins. A hilarious one also launched, but great job. He's a good SNEK. Charles says in 2025, we have a ton of projects and developers using Cardano, proposing CIPs and features to improve the developer experience and productivity of builders. We need to embrace these changes and get them into Cardano's ecosystem. They, HYDRA, Partnerchains, and Leios are the last miles to being the foundation of the world's economic, political, and social systems. A very nice bullish post. And, regardless of what you think of Charles, at the end of the day, he's very passionate and very active. Definitely one of the most active founders when it comes to crypto. And his charisma, that's key when it comes to successful projects, is a charismatic leader. And I don't know of a more charismatic leader than Charles in the crypto space. Alex Becker, a few days ago, I caught this because he didn't mention Cardano, but I saw he mentioned the ticker. And he says ETH is a beach ball underwater at the moment. This was in December 9th. And he's saying that the exact playbook they ran on Bitcoin is being applied to it right now. So basically when Ethereum starts going to its new all-time highs, we're going to see the quote-unquote true bull, according to Alex Becker, in Solana, Cardano ADA, AVAX, and a bunch of other top altcoins. So again, this kind of aligns with what we saw regarding the performance here. We are in altcoin season. However, we've not reached, in my opinion, the first leg up. That first $1.50, $2 moment that we had in 2021. So I still think that that's waiting, and that's kind of part of the quote-unquote true bull Alex Becker is talking about. Big shout out to David Gokhshtein, hosting many fantastic spaces, one recently with Charles Hoskinson. He says, send it. And he has spoken very positively on Cardano. So big shout out to David for showing up very active in the bear, in the bull. Fantastic. Definitely we will send. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, says what he said. Quote retweet of Elon Musk saying the SEC is just another BS institution doing political dirty work. No one likes the SEC. I don't know who likes the SEC. And if that wasn't enough, Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty doing some big moves that may cascade down to Cardano and the rest of the space. He says Ripple exposed the SEC's lawless tactics early on. As the court said in our case, the SEC is adopting its litigation positions to further its desired goal, not out of a faithful allegiance to the law. The question isn't whether the SEC under Gensler is rogue. It is. So it's not a matter of question. I mean, we're hearing that in the court. No allegiance to the law. The question is how we hold them accountable. Happy to discuss, and we see him with Vivek. So, guys, this is insane. So I think we're going to be very excited to see hopefully some more revealed by Charles. He did say in tweets weeks ago the next 60 to 90 days. So by now, I think it's kind of within the next month and a half, 2 months, we may see some more regarding Charles at future hearings in Washington, D.C., and potentially more, hopefully some involvement with Ripple. Very exciting to see them dial down on the nonsense by the SEC, right? I claimed this. It was fantastic. It worked. So Input Output Global says it's prize giving time. If you qualified for a 10 USDM prize in the HYDRA DOOM Tournament, it's time to claim your reward. So everything's linked below, guys. You can claim this. You have until January 31st. So just log in with the same way that you did during the Doom Tournament Round 1. So you have until January 31st. They do say that any unclaimed rewards won't be available after the 31st. So you have until then to claim it and be ready for when they send the rewards. $10, but hey, it's free. I'll take it. Why not? So let's take a look at Tap Tools, where a hilarious project has come to fruition. And at the end of the day, like, meme coins are funny. They have culture, and I think they will help to cross-pollinate our Cardano DeFi ecosystem. So whatever you think about them. I mean, I don't even have like any of these. Like, I just hold ADA. You know, no disrespect, but I think that, and I think the upside potential is enormous. Don't get me wrong. SNEK, CHAD, World Mobile Token, all the lending protocols that we have, Liquid, MinSwap, Hosky. But, you know, to each their own. But I do want to focus on, and my whole point is that the potential is enormous. I mean, look at the 24-hour on this, at 500%, massive gains. Almost $2 million volume for this one. Clinic, which is a meme on Charles talking about his clinic, his health clinic, and it puts together all of the ecosystem projects into one household, which is very funny. I really like how the Cardano projects work collaboratively rather than just being a copy pasta of each other. So big shout out to them. Top 3 projects right now. Hate or love the meme coins, guys. It's Clinic, SNEK, and CHAD. Fantastic. I mean, pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. Hopping over to CoinGecko before we go to TradingView. Market right now has kind of been just chilling. Let's do a quick refresh here. BTC 101.8, Ethereum 3.8. Yeah, and I mean, what are the biggest losers right now? Biggest gainers, biggest losers, and Cardano's still holding up pretty well. Both cases, we have not been like the biggest losers when it comes to gains. We're holding pretty well. Cardano right now is doing okay. We've been revisiting the dollar, .07. We did come down close, but close to like the dollar mark. I would only really be concerned if we started going back to like 85 cents, 75 cents. But we're holding up pretty well, all things considered. When we zoom out and look at a 3-month chart, it looks pretty fantastic. If you guys have been accumulating since like fall and summer of this year, you're laughing. You're already up like 3x, even given these corrections. And it's to be expected. Even Alex Becker talks about the nonsensical corrections that we will see. So sometimes it's good to step away from the prices because, prices can drive us nuts when we're always glued to them. We'll think that like the bull market's over, when we just glue to like immediate short-term prices. TradingView, where we see 101.8 for Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance has risen to 57%, which is good. The longer this can hold its dominance, just means that the slingshot will be pulled back and send it. ADA, XRP, other projects too, HYDRA, Algorand, even the Solana, even the Avalanche. Many projects will go crazy. And it's just a matter of time. They're holding up pretty well. XRP at a respectable 2.41, ADA at 1.06, looking pretty good. And the sleeper that no one talks about, Litecoin, is still asleep. So long as Bitcoin dominance is high, while we accumulate and correct at these levels. And so long as Litecoin is still in the Banjo-Kazooie slumber, guys, we're loading up during the midst of altcoin season. I think we have two massive crescendos awaiting to have kind of that $2 moment for ADA, and also to have that ultimate crescendo later in the market, because lest we forget, ADA performed like that towards September, end of August of 2021. So we will wait and see what happens, guys. A lot of exciting stuff. Relatively quiet day today, but I think the price predictions are pretty nice to hear from Altcoin Daily. $6, and also DustyBC Crypto. I know he gets a lot of flack, but again, his explanation is quite reasonable and objective because we're pinning it to a Bitcoin. So guys, let me know, what are you most excited for? What is a reasonable price prediction? What do you think that, is the kind of baseline for ADA? Not the absolute high, but kind of like, what do you reasonable price prediction? I think the reasonable would be $5 to $7, and I think it will go beyond that. But I think that's kind of like erring on the side of caution. So let me know, what are you most excited for? Meme coins, hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.